It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw right away is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Jones. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also,
and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson rolling to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On the ground, it's Ford. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We look at this Browns defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Here's Browning.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
To throw on second is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Completes it right side to Cooper. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Browning. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground.
And that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Bengals at 6-10 on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
To throw, Browning. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Browning. That is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. This is Ford. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. out some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Returnable for Grant. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Watson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Zadarius Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. A final shot before break. Browning. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is Hours.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory even if they don't get it, though. They run with Ford. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Here's Watson. And here he's got Grant. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 36 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing on second and long. Browning. And this one is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Watson. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw is Watson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 42 yards. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Browning. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They run it again with Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 38 yards. And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Browning. He's across midfield and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Throwing to start the drive. Browning airing one out for Boyd.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson drops it off for Chubb. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Hopkins' kick is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Browning. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Browning. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll drop this one down to mix it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And Watson's going to throw it here. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards. And